Welcome to Tender Heart. Honolulu, Hawaii-based photographer and law student Diana Kim can trace her love of photography back to her father, who used to own a photography studio in Oahu. Until just a few years ago, however, not much else connected father and daughter except for the strained relationship marked by disappointment, hurt, and absence. A chance encounter brought the two back together again, sparking an extraordinarily moving journey of love and forgiveness in the face of mental illness, homelessness, and hardship. Before we continue this story, if you are new here, make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon so you get updated every time we post new videos. With that said, let's dive right into it. Some of the earliest memories I have of my father is of him giving me ring pop candies whenever my mother and I would visit him. Kim, 30, told NBC News. I had an insatiable craving for sweets, and he would go behind my mother's back and sneak me gummy bears and ring pops. That was over 25 years ago when their family was still together. Eventually, however, Kim's parents separated and her father left when she was 5. Afterward, she had a tough childhood, bouncing from place to place in search of a permanent home. She spent her younger years living at relatives' homes, staying with friends, or in parks and cars. Despite these early hardships, however, Kim has built a happy life for herself. She has a family of her own, with her husband and 2 sons, and has pursued her passion for photography, advocacy, and law. In 2003, as a student, Kim began photographing homeless people on the street for a personal project that would eventually lead to the Homeless Paradise, an initiative dedicated to humanizing the homeless by sharing their stories. Although Kim's project shaped much of her life and her decision to go to law school, the biggest impact came in 2012. While documenting homeless people on the streets of Honolulu, Kim came across her own father. The man who she remembered abandoning her as a child was now homeless, unwashed, dressed in rags, and extremely thin. Worst of all, he didn't even recognize her when she went back to confront him. For the next 2 years, Kim kept returning to the street that her father called home. Sometimes he would be there, sometimes he wouldn't. Afflicted by severe schizophrenia, he was often unresponsive, or would argue intensely with the empty space in front of him. He refused to get treatment, take medication, eat, bathe, or wear any of the new clothes Kim had brought him. Sitting next to him on the street corner or watching him from her car during one of his angry spells, Kim wondered if he would ever get better. Despite how hopeless the situation seemed, Kim refused to stop helping him. She recalled one of the last real conversations she had had with her father a few years ago, during which he had said, "Diana, I am so sorry for not being in your life. I am so happy that you have a family of your own now. Do better for them. Don't worry about me or what everyone says about me. If you want to make me proud and happy, be there for your family, the way your mom and I never were. Stop trying to save everyone. Just worry about yourself and your family. And don't forget why I named you Diana. You are the light within the darkness." In that moment, Kim renounced. His words touched her heart, and she forgave him for everything. She loved her father, and she would never give up on him. In October 2014, Kim got a call from her cousin. Her father had suffered a heart attack. He was found face down on the sidewalk, but someone called the police, and he was rushed to critical care at the hospital. Stepping into the hospital room, Kim saw her father lying on the bed, looking cleaner and better than she had seen him in a long time. She and her husband stood by his side, and then, just as we were about to leave, my father's eyes opened and he called out my name. She wrote on her blog, "We had a good conversation, and I walked away feeling lighter that day." The next few months were difficult, as Kim's father went through ups and downs during his stay at the hospital. Despite his health problems, there was a silver lining to his heart attack. It led him to finally agree to receive help through a treatment plan. And, day by day, he began to take back control of his life. In December, Kim received a phone call from an unknown number. It was her father asking her if she was free for coffee that morning. She immediately agreed and ran straight out of the house to see him. They met on the street, where he had once owned a photography studio a decade earlier. They visited and paid their respects at a Buddhist temple, looked at old photos that Kim's father had kept with him all these years, and finally opened up to each other in a long, heartfelt conversation. "I feel like I just met my father for the first time today," Kim wrote on her blog later that day. Our meeting was truly a miracle. Kim was happy that her father was doing well. He was spending time with friends, actively looking for a job, and planning to visit his family in South Korea soon. Every day is a gift. Some days are more challenging than others. But seeing my father in the flesh is a constant reminder of the strength of the human spirit and how precious life is, said Kim, who was forced by fate to take her relationship with her dad one step at a time and rebuild it. I never had a relationship with my father growing up, and there was a lot he did and didn't do that hurt me, but I have chosen to forgive him, so we can move forward. That's it for today. I hope you liked this video. If you do, then feel free to share this video with your family and friends. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.